my name is Tia and welcome to my DIY channel, Urban Muse. And it has taken so long, but I'm finally able to do this video and I'm super excited to incorporate some new home decor into my home. I ordered my Ikea stuff towards the end of March, early April, I think. So, you know, during the height of the pandemic. So it took my items a good 2 months, I'd say, to get here. And in between time, we got a puppy. Her name is Nola and she's a Kazon. This is a picture of her right here. That's my little baby. And it has been really hard to film or even do DIYs because she's like always up under me and I love her to death. But this little break was much needed so that I can film this video. And if you're excited to see some IKEA hacks, then let's get on with the video. Okay, for the second project, we're gonna use the Ikea Beckfam, which I may have butchered that, but I think this is a rack to hold seasoning, but we're gonna spruce this up a little bit by adding some black spray paint and then some cane webbing, which I just love to add to everything. So I'll see you guys outside. For our third project, we are using the Suede rug. You are also going to need black spray paint, some cardboard, probably something bigger than this, measuring tape, and frog tape because you don't want your spray paint or paint to bleed. Okay, so first we're going to work on the outside and then work on the inside because that's going to take a little longer. What I'm going to do is open up this frog tape. And we want 2 horizontal lines at the top and the bottom. To go about this, you can measure depending on maybe how thick you want it. For me, I'm just going to add the frog tape along the perimeter here and here, and then just keep moving inside closer to see kind of like where I want it or how thick. So now that we have our strips done, we're gonna work on creating our little like pyramid triangles within the center. Also, sorry, the sun is starting to go down, so you might see change in lighting. But let's continue. So I know you guys probably don't understand where I'm going with this, but this is kind of like what I basically wanted to recreate. I think it's beautiful. I didn't want to pay that beautiful price. So we're kind of like doing an Ikea hack to recreate this. And the white patch right there is going to be the black line. Next, we're going to make the like black pyramids there. So yeah, just watch and see what happens next, and I'll fill you guys in. So I was trying to make the pattern, and I'm getting somewhere. Honestly, just by trial and error. I ripped off a piece of cardboard that was for my puppy, and just decided to see what happens if I just go up and 1.5 inches, and then over 1/2 inch. 1.5 inch. It seems to be based on the rug. The two sides will meet in the middle, so that's basically what I'm gonna do. Using this has been super helpful. That way I can figure out, like, you know, if my lines are straight. And so yeah. So if you can tell by the lighting, time has definitely passed because I've been working on the rug. And as you can see, it is coming out so beautifully. I didn't do the exact pattern just because I didn't want to copy the makers exactly. So I'm just gonna put 2 on each side instead of using 6. Also, ours has fringe, so it is still a little different. And basically, I just used the pattern that I created. And to make sure that everything was aligned, basically the rug was folded into 4s. So there's a middle section here that I just lined up the section of the middle line of the pattern to the middle crease. And then that's how I was able to begin to create that pattern. So if you guys just watch, and then we'll get to the painting soon. At this point, we are now just going to add tape to the ends, just where the strip is, so that the paint does not get on the frayed part. And because it's dark outside, I'm now going to use black paint instead. Our beautiful rug has been drying for 2 hours. And even though there's still like a little damp part right there, it's okay. I want to peel the tape off. It's not going to disturb it, so it can still dry. I'm just super anxious to see how it turned out. I think it's going to be beautifully, so fingers crossed, you guys. And let's unwrap the rug. Okay, you guys, I did not think that this rug was gonna come out this beautiful. I feel like it looks just as good as the one that I see on that website, if not better, because I did it myself. There was a little paint bleed, but that's okay. And then I think later I might go over with some fabric paint or something to darken up some areas. But other than that, this is a beautiful rug, and I can't wait to show you guys how it looks in my house. All right, you guys, we have made it to the final project, and our last project is the Ikea Ivar chair. First, I'm going to assemble it, and then I'll show you guys how to add the leather pieces to it. It's so exciting. I'm like, I already opened the box, but every time I open the box, it always feels like Christmas when I have new home decor. So they give you the seat, but they don't put any holes in it. So hopefully it doesn't take me that long to try to use the screwdriver to put my screws in. Also, it's better to put on the table as they suggest because I'm definitely struggling to put these screws in, sitting on the floor. All right, we now have the chair assembled, and what we're going to do next is add this faux leather, which you'll also need a staple gun and a hot glue gun because we're gonna weave it at the top. You're gonna want 5 strips of leather to go across. You would preferably want a longer piece of faux leather or real leather, but the piece that I got off of Amazon is a 13 by 13, so it's a little shorter. If it was longer, you'd want it to tuck under and then staple from under here. But for now, it is what it is, and we're just gonna staple where we can. So you want enough room for it to staple onto the chair. Ooh. All right, so we got one stapled in. Then we'll do the bottom half. Also, because it is short, please be careful and watch your fingers. I've changed locations because I realized that it's best to have the chair against a hard surface. That makes it easier for you to use the staple gun. If not, holding it down and then using one hand is not as effective. So this should work. In this position, you can either measure the intervals that you want your leather strips. For me, I'm just gonna eyeball it because I'm not too pressed on perfection, especially because I had to cut out my own strips, but that's okay. Everything still looks good. I'll hold that down. Boom. Then make sure that looks good here. Pull that up tight. All right, so we're all done here, and I'm going to flip it over so that you can see the front. All right, now that we have our vertical strips up here, we are now going to start weaving. So first, you want to weave your first strip underneath. And then we'll come back to these and hot glue them down, but I may have to trim these because it seems like they're a little bit longer. And then for the next one, you're gonna go over. And then you're just gonna keep repeating that pattern until you have made it to the bottom. Like I'm doing, you can adjust because you want to try to cover up as much of the wood as possible. I'll also have to trim it, of course, and then once we're done, we'll just hot glue the pieces down. I see even if you have gaps, that's a little bit better, I think, than having the white show. Again, because you want to try to cover up as much white as possible. If not, it's not the end of the world. But, you know, try your best. Okay. I'm pretty happy with this so far. So now I'm just about to glue this stuff down.
One, two, three, funk it.
Alright you guys, that was the last project and I hope you enjoyed these IKEA hacks. I have to say I think my favorite was the chair and the rug for sure. But I do love them all since they do fit that boho aesthetic that I love so much. In the comment section below, let me know which project you like the most, or even some IKEA hacks you've done yourself or that you hope to do. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you loved it, then why not subscribe for more easy DIYs to become your own muse. Hopefully I catch you guys again soon. See ya. Bye.
If I dream of you every